This
So maybe
is going.
Hello, and welcome to Inside Jacksonville, a production of the University of North Florida School of Communication and the CW17. I'm Felicity Timbrink. We're here each month with stories about life on the First Coast. Up first this month, Absent Angel clothing is fun, funky, and fresh. But here's the twist. They sell vintage clothes. Inside Jacksonville, Samantha Doherty dives into the vintage clothing market to show us what it's all about.
Vintage, upcycling, and secondhand clothes have really taken off in recent years. Some are even reconstructing and adding art to the clothing to make it their own. Local clothing brand Absent Angel goes above and beyond to perfect their reconstructed vintage pieces.
Thrifting in vintage has gotten a lot more popular recently. My best friend Cooper, he has always been making clothes, and so he wanted to eventually branch off and like make collections and really just kind of make it into a real brand.
Cooper and Malachi's love for fashion and vintage clothes led them right to what is now known as Absent Angel. They wanted to create something that was so individual, so unique, and one of one.
So I think we're planning to kind of reserve some of those vintage drops for like surprise drops, or like have like a vintage denim collection where we rework all the denim, or we print on the denim and do something similar to that. We have a link in our Instagram bio, and that's, you just click that and that's the main place to get it.
People want to stand out, and they want the pieces that no one else has. Hearing about the hard work put into the brand, it makes you wonder about Absent Angel customers. Do they buy it for the uniqueness and the one-of-one promise, or for the sheer fact that it is a vintage piece?
To me, Absent Angel is just a way to put everything I love into fashion into a completely new sense. I think the pandemic and TikTok brought a lot of people into knowledgeable about vintage clothing and wanting to be more interested in vintage clothing. So the fact that two of my really good friends are able to do something with vintage clothing and make a trend into something completely different that people wouldn't even think to wear but end up falling in love with is just such a cool idea to see.
Vintage clothes are here to stay. I mean, they've already been here a while, but Absent Angel shows they can have a new life even after being donated. So, the newest fashion trends are really nothing new at all. Samantha Doherty, Inside Jacksonville.
It seems this means we should all run to our nearest vintage store. You can find Absent Angel on Instagram, TikTok, and Depop. Make sure to keep an eye out for their limited clothing drops. Next, Sweet Pete's is the largest candy store in the Southeast. Inside Jacksonville's Megan Agugliero shows us what it's all so sweet about.
Located in a historic mansion in the heart of downtown Jacksonville is Sweet Pete's, the largest candy store in the Southeast.
To see people come in for the first time, and they're just so blown away by all of the colors and it's such a magical thing to walk into for the first time.
Sweet Pete's is currently decked out for Halloween, but the store likes to celebrate each season with different decor, treats, and special classes.
We have a Smashing Pumpkins class where you get a little chocolate pumpkin and you can choose to fill it with whatever candies you want and smash it, and it's really cute.
The shop has 3 floors in total with craft sodas, a bar, an ice cream parlor, rooms for candy making classes, and event spaces.
I did a tour today. We saw how the candy was made and how it was molded, and we dipped apples.
If you don't want to experience candy making, there is a wide selection of handcrafted treats to choose from.
I get to make all kinds of sweet treats. My favorite thing to make is lollipops. We make marshmallow, caramel, all kinds of chocolate stuff. Basically any sweet treat you can think of.
Sweet Pete's is a sweet location for anyone to visit. From people's first visit,
we're brand new in town, and people said, "Oh, you gotta check out Sweet Pete's." Like, oh, whatever, it's a candy store. But no, this is like a candy store for me.
To their most recent.
I get time coming to Sweet Pete's, and every time it just gets better and better. They go all out with everything they do.
People keep on coming back to Sweet Pete's.
They really outdo themselves, and it's an atmosphere that's centered, it's happy, it's ready, it breaks you apart from this crazy world that we're living in right now, and really lets you enjoy some time with your kids.
So if you're looking to get into the holiday spirit or you just want some candy, stop by Sweet Pete's during the holiday season. Megan Gugliaro, Inside Jacksonville.
So if you're looking for a spot to get into the holiday spirit, visit Sweet Pete's for a treat, not a trick, this Halloween. Jacksonville is one of the leading cities for girls weightlifting. Inside Jacksonville's Tony Salazar gives us an exclusive look inside the weight room of one of the top high schools for girls weightlifting.
High school girls weightlifting has been a growing sport in the Jacksonville area. Ever since the FHSAA made it a sport in 1997, girls weightlifting has seen a giant increase in participation at the high school level. Oakleaf girls weightlifting coach Ben White has been coaching at Oakleaf since 2016. He had previous experience as a boys weightlifting coach for 7 seasons. Coach White has seen a significant growth in the sport since he first started.
First started, we had less than 20 girls on the team, and it's been five or 6 years, and we had a meeting today, and we're 64 girls out there. All right. In terms of the sport, it's obviously grown tremendously, man. It's always been a popular sport with the dudes, but the girls weightlifting has taken off.
Many of the current athletes on the roster play a multitude of sports at the school. The different coaches from the different programs meet together to discuss arrangements for scheduling so other players can participate in multiple sports at the same time.
Started doing cheer here in 10th grade, and last year during my junior year, they were like, the coaches worked together so that we could both we could go to practice for this and for cheer, and so they opened it up to where we could go to both. And I was like, why not? Like, it looks like it'd be fun, so I just decided to do it.
I'm part of the cheer team here at the school, and a lot of girls from our team were doing it, and I just thought, I might as well do it, and so I just went ahead and tried it out, and then I turned out to be pretty good at it.
Even though girls weightlifting is continuing to grow in popularity, some girls are still nervous to join because they are intimidated by the sport. However, the girls on the team are pushing their friends to try.
People just say they're too weak or they can't lift weights, and I just tell them you can, that's the point of weightlifting, is to help you get stronger.
Nobody will do it with me. I've tried to convince 4 people, and they're like, no, it looks scary, I don't want to do that. But it's not. I don't know what their worry is.
Looking toward this season, Coach White has high expectations because it is his best roster in terms of a full group he has had at Oakleaf.
We've had individual state championships. All right, we've had district state championships, and we got a county state championship, and it'll be nice to get a state championship as a team. But and that's going to be, in order for that to happen, we've got to have multiple state champions, individuals, and have a well-rounded group.
Reporting from Oakleaf High School, Tony Salazar, Inside Jacksonville.
Look out for the Oakleaf girls weightlifting team who are getting ready to compete in this year's competitive season. Coming up, we'll visit a very special house that provides hope and support when it's most needed. Also after the break, the good times keep rolling at Kona Skate Park. We'll take you to the historic facility for a ride. Inside Jacksonville will be right back. Welcome back. Gabriel's House of Care offers its residents a comfortable place to call home while seeking treatment at Mayo Clinic. Inside Jacksonville's Amelia Simmons gives us a peek at what they do for their residents.
The Gabriel House of Care is located right next to the Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville and was created to offer affordable, temporary housing for adult organ transplant and cancer patients, along with their caregivers that travel to Jacksonville for their medical treatment.
What you feel when you walk in Gabriel House is this outrageous sacredness because you're dealing with life and death, right? That's what makes the house so incredibly powerful. We also serve cancer patients because many of our patients, transplant patients, are going to go through cancer treatments as well because they don't have an immune system to fight the diseases.
The Gabriel House truly prides itself on creating an environment that helps the patients and their caregivers a chance to feel some normalcy while they heal. They have their kitchen set up so that the residents can have their own space to use. Additionally, they have created a great living space where residents can congregate to enjoy time together. The Gabriel House also has projects they have started, like their hydroponic garden, which they chose to have because transplant patients are not able to work in traditional gardens due to their compromised immune system, but the staff at Gabriel House were diligent in creating a positive alternative.
I've been volunteering here for about, since 2018. I started here after I got my own kidney transplant. I did it as a give back. I came here the first time as one of the people who come in and do the dinners, and I actually liked the feel of the place. I liked the way everyone was so helpful with each other. I liked the way the staff was actually considerate of everyone coming in, the way everyone cooperated with each other. It was more of a family type feel than a hotel type feel.
The Gabriel House offers more than just a great kitchen and living space. They have also set up a reflection room for residents to be in touch with their spiritual side, in addition to having a gym for residents to work on their own physical therapy. They also offer a great library for their residents as well.
The Gabriel House of Care has been an amazing addition to the Jacksonville community. They offer affordable housing for those in need when they are coming to Jacksonville to receive life-saving treatments and transplants.
The Gabriel House is an awesome place for transplant patients and their caregivers to stay. They have different programs like Tai Chi and mindfulness and things like that, and they have community dinners that different organizations provide for us guests here.
Amelia Simmons, Inside Jacksonville.
Gabriel House of Care is a unique place that has amazing opportunities. If you are interested in volunteering, check out gabrielhouseofcare.org. Are you an avid tea drinker? Cava & Company in San Marcos specializes in Cava and Kratom. Inside Jacksonville's Samuel Romeo gives us a closer look on the unique kind of tea that gives you a calming and relaxing buzz.
Welcome to Cava & Company in San Marco. About 3 years ago, Sienna Barmarito opened her first CBD cafe in Mandarin. Her interest began when her mother was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer, so she began researching methods to naturalistic healing with CBD, THC, and other roots and plants. She then discovered Cava and Kratom, so along with learning these methods to help her mother, she also wanted to create a place the community could love and hang out that didn't involve alcohol. She is now the owner of 2 Cava and Company locations.
So Cava is a root from the Polynesian Islands. It's been around for centuries in tribes between all the islands of Tonga, Fiji, Hawaii, Vanuatu, and what those are is they come with these different roots. Each tribe or each island has its own strength and root that they have just adapted to their environment, to their island, to their workings, and it's a calming, relaxing, anti-inflammatory root. It tastes like dirt water, it looks like dirt water, but it gives you this awesome little wine-like fuzzy buzz, mellows you out, numbs your mouth, numbs your lips, and just gives you like a social talking vibe. Kratom is going to be pretty similar, but not so relaxed and chill. I'm going to compare it more to, I would say, a actual mixed drink. So with that, it's like an energizing, euphoric strain that comes in a couple different strength waves and like plants from different islands as well, from Indonesia. And what that does is it activates opioid receptors, serotonin receptors, and dopamine receptors. So it's a tea that makes you happy, it makes you enlightened, and it makes you painless.
Now that you know a little bit more about Cava and Kratom, let's hear from Vanessa.
Okay, so behind the bar we have Cava in the fridge because Cava tastes a lot better when it's cold. We have the kegs down here because we keg our Kratom tea. Then we have some shakers to make some cool drinks. We have syrups that go really well that cut the bitter taste because Kratom has like a bitter taste naturally.
I've got my go-to drink here with me, red Kratom with some strawberry flavoring. And so now that you've heard about some of the origins and benefits of Cava and Kratom, let's hear what some of the customers at Cava and Company have to say about it as well.
This Cava bar is different from others in the sense that they have a variety in their menu. This is pretty much the only one I've been to, but from talking to other people, they have a lot more options. Cava tastes like clay water. You ask for a shell, which is basically a shot, and it numbs your mouth a bit.
They also hold a wide array of events each week.
Yes, I go to the comedy events. They have a whole bunch of comedians come. They stand in front of an open mic. There was just a yoga night. Everybody was outside doing yoga from an instructor. There's also pool tournaments. There's usually like a list of people that want to play, and then whoever wins gets a $25 gift card.
For more on Cava and Company, check out their website, cavaandcompany.com. Samuel Romeo, Inside Jacksonville.
Whether you're looking for a cool hangout spot or to try an anxiety-reducing tea, the Cava Bar has you covered. They're open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to midnight every day, so make sure to check them out. Jacksonville is home to some not-so-secret treasures hiding within. Let's join Inside Jacksonville's Carmen Mockery to give us the action taking place at Kona State Park.
Founded in 1997, Kona is one of the oldest in-use skate parks in the world. They invite everyone from all ages to show up and show out.
I've been with Kona since May. I run all the activities here, skate lessons, camps. Kona Skate Park, if you don't know, is the oldest skate park in the country. Claimed to possibly be the oldest skate park in the world. Kona, every Saturday night we have all-age shows, usually punk rock, alternative, and indie. So Kona is actually going through a big remodel now. We got a new concrete pour getting ready to happen. Then after that, we're going to be working on the street section and then getting the big brown vert ramp back up to contest.
Kona's family-friendly environment keeps the parents and the skaters happy.
Been skating here since I was about 5 years old. I guess that's about 19 years I've been skating here, so it's been quite a long time. I've been skating since I was 3 years old. You know, I've been playing every other sport, but like I just picked this up at 3 when I see my brother doing it in front of our house, and it seemed fun. So I just started to like pick things up on my own. Basically, I like fell in love with the sport right then and there. And over time, as I get older, you know, I start to have a love and hate relationship with just a piece of wood, but it's like at the end of the day, I just have fun with it. That's all you do. You pick something up, you have fun with it. That's all it is to it. But yeah, I enjoy the sport. I believe anybody else can do it, so I encourage you to do so.
I've been skating here for like 8 or 7 years or something like that. I like it because it's like a community, and I've met like most of my closest friends here, and it's brought a lot of people together. I like skating because it's not like any other sport. It's like no one really judges you in this community. You can kind of like just dress how you want and do whatever you want to do. That's why I chose this over like football or basketball or anything. I got tired of going to practice and like playing regular sports and getting yelled at for doing something wrong. Like out here, you can just kind of freely do whatever you want, and that just kind of is what I wanted to do.
Kona Skate Park welcomes you to come on down and join this big, happy family. Carmen Mockery, Inside Jacksonville.
It's safe to say that Kona Skate Park will be added to our growing list of fun things to do in Jacksonville. Coming up, we'll take you back to the 20s, the roaring 20s. Plus, making a dog's day has never been easier with Jacksonville's Humane Society Dog Day Out program. You're watching Inside Jacksonville on CW17. Welcome back to Inside Jacksonville. Craft cocktails and speakeasy vibes are in town. Inside Jacksonville's Talisha Jones jumps into the Volstead bar to give us a deeper look into their roaring 20s vibe.
Located on Adams Street downtown, there's a bar not like any other in Jacksonville. Inside, you get a sweet taste of the past in every sip you take.
The Volstead was started by a couple who got Sam and Alexa, their friend Matt Williams, and they started it in mid 2013. Opened on December 31st, 2013 on New Year's Eve. They were rushing to get all the product in the door and open up, and I guess the rest is history.
The Volstead is themed after the 1919 act that banned alcohol in the United States.
They wanted to bring craft cocktails and the speakeasy vibe to Jacksonville.
At the Volstead, people come here for the laid-back vibe, the drinks, swing dancing, and a really good time. Along with swing dancing, another recurring event that's hosted here is their infamous bartending competitions.
Well, it makes me more confident, especially in like what I'm doing as a bartender, because it's a really hard world to learn, especially. But it makes me like feel a little bit more confident when I'm doing and like I'm doing something right.
This bar is loved by so many because of it being a part of the revitalization of downtown, and you get to meet so many interesting people right along the way.
It's really cool what they're doing here, and we like to do something different, especially where I work too.
If you're ever downtown, Volstead could be the place for you. Talisha Jones, Inside Jacksonville.
A fun throwback addition to the nightlife here in Jacksonville. Visit the Volstead Bar's website for more information. To conclude this episode, I got the privilege to experience a program tugging on hearts all around Jacksonville. The city's Humane Society has a Dog Day Out program, and I got to explore what it is and what it's doing for our community. The Jacksonville Humane Society is more than just an animal shelter. They're a place where care, comfort, and compassion to animals in need are provided. Engagement within the community is a priority as it helps to bring an end to the pain and suffering of abandoned and orphan sheltered animals. One way they do this is through their Dog Day Out program.
The Dog Day Out program is a unique program offered by the Jacksonville Humane Society for community members. It's a really awesome program where we let people come in and check out a dog for the day. That dog gets to go out into the community, they're showcased in a new light, and they get to spend some time away from a stressful shelter.
Taking part in the program is easy. All you need is a valid ID showing that you're at least 18 years of age. You can check out the Humane Society's business hours and then head on over. Dogs will have a Dog Day Out tag on their kennel, and then the front desk will help you pick out your dog. Next, they'll prepare a bag filled with supplies and a list of approved places to go on your adventure.
So Dog Day Out has a lot of benefits for the pets that we do send out on this program. One of the things that we see the most is that it really minimizes unwanted behaviors in the kennels.
These unwanted behaviors vary from barking to jumping on the walls of the kennel, but the ability to go out and enjoy a free day can make all the difference.
The Jacksonville Humane Society prides itself on its relationship connection between the community and their dogs.
Benefits of this program don't just extend to the dogs themselves, but to the community. I got to tag along with community members taking part in the program and see it from their perspective.
This is my first time being part of this program. I think it's really beneficial to the dog that we take out because they don't get a lot of free time outside of the kennels that they're in, and it's really heartwarming to see when you take them out how excited they are and how loving they are, and their personality starts to show through a little bit that you don't really get to see when they're in the kennels.
I think the benefit of this program is they get to meet a lot of people, and they get to meet a family that's going to be very good for them, not just somebody who wanted a dog and is going to abandon them again.
The beauty of this program is the way it features these dogs, showing that they're more than just dogs in a kennel. Each one has a personality that can complete your family, and the program not only gives individuals a chance to see it, but it gives them a chance to bond before they commit. The Jacksonville Humane Society also has a foster care service that allows community members to provide temporary in-home care for JHS animals who are sick or injured or simply in need of socialization and a break from the shelter. Well, that's a wrap for this edition of Inside Jacksonville. If you missed anything from today's program, just visit our website, unftv.com, and look under the digital journalism tag, where you'll find expanded versions of our stories, photos, interviews, and other extras. Again, that's unftv.com. You can also find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at InsideJacksUNF. From all of us here at Inside Jacksonville, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next month right here on the CW17.